Hey, what's up guys, it's Jackson with Mo L5P. Today we're going to be doing a lot of maintenance on the Duramax. As you can see behind me by the plethora of fluids, we have a lot to do. So just to give you guys the rundown, we're going to be doing oil, we're going to be doing differentials, we're going to be doing brake fluid, we're going to be doing power steering, and we're going to be doing transmission fluid. Yeah, we got a lot to knock out. I'm gonna do it all in one video, and then I'm gonna separate the videos individually. So the reason I'm doing all of this maintenance all at once is because I bought the truck with 150,000 miles, and I don't have records for the past 2 years. That's not to say that they weren't done. The fluids all looked pretty clean, but it's just peace of mind for me. So I'm gonna walk you guys through the process, and hopefully this clears up any questions that y'all might have if you guys are doing this as well. This will be my first time maintaining this truck, so I don't really know what I'll find. Hopefully no surprises, but yeah, let's get into it. Just taking a look at the fluids here. Brake fluid don't look great, pretty brown, and same thing can be said about the power steering. You guys can see here, little brown, so we don't like that. We want that clear. So this is much needed, at least on these two. I truly don't know if they've been done, so we're probably going to start with those. All right, so we got the power bleeder filled up. We're going to get this bar out of the way, but just going to run down basically what this power bleeder does. So got it here. This will put pressure into the brake system. You pump it up, and it will keep from air getting into the lines as I'm bleeding them. This is a kind of a one-man job deal. I know a lot of people kind of pumping the brakes and stuff, but I'm solo today, so we're gonna get this bar out of the way, and then we're gonna get this hooked up. I'm gonna try to expel most of the air out of the line, so we don't trap air in the reservoir. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up and get started. I wanted to start with this because this is probably gonna be the most time consuming. So get this set up. A couple rags here because we want to make sure that the surface is pretty clean so we don't get dirt and stuff into the brake system, because that would be bad. Based on the color of this fluid, I genuinely don't know if it's ever been changed. I also don't, it may have been changed. I don't really know if this is an OEM reservoir. It has TRW on the side of it, so I don't know. This door. Alright, that should be a little better. But we don't want to pump old fluid in, so I'm gonna pull most of this old fluid out with this pump, if I even can. Some of these reservoirs are where you can't get anything in, so it might be one of those deals where I pump it up and we have to start from the top and push it all the way out. So this is probably going to be a little time consuming. Kind of got it started. Get this on. We're going to give it a couple pumps and make sure it holds vacuum. Last thing holds a pressure. Last thing we want is for there to be like a slight leak in this hose, and we're losing pressure over time. So I'm gonna pump it up to about, I think 10 PSI is what I'm gonna start at. And then we'll get cracking on the valves. Okay. We'll keep it there. Which is right about where I want it anyway. Like I said, I don't visibly see or hear anything. So we're gonna leave it there and get cracking. Alright, we got everything set up. I've got this bottle here to catch it. And let me pull you guys up a little bit. We have our 10mm on the bleeder, and we're just gonna crack it just to make sure I'm going tidy. Go loosey. Make sure that's on there good. We don't get brake fluid, and there comes the old. So we're just gonna keep doing this until it's nice and clean, because this is dirty as shit. So we're just gonna get ready to lock it. And we're not gonna leave this one open very long, just to make sure that we're not actually pulling in air, and just make sure it's nice and snug. We're doing the passenger rear first because it's the farthest away from the master cylinder. So let me go check, make sure we're holding good pressure, make sure I don't need to pump it up no more, and we'll continue. Okay, checked. We are not pulling in air. Reservoir's still full, so we're gonna crack it open again. And to get all of that nasty shit out. And as you guys can see, it's pretty gross. Master cylinder is still full, so we're just gonna continue. We're not losing a whole lot. We're losing about 4 or 5 PSI every time. That's tighten and crack it open. We're just gonna leave it open. Get all the nasty shit out. So the reason you guys want to make sure you don't get air in here, mainly is because if you get air in your ABS, you need to do an ABS bleed, and that's not fun. So you need a tool, a scanner that will, a bidirectional one that will tell it to bleed itself. So I don't have one of those. That's why we're doing it this way. Well, you should probably do it this way anyway, because it's easier, in my opinion. I've done the pumping the brakes method for a long time, and it gets old, and it aerates the fluid, so. All right, so our fluid's starting to become pretty clear. I'm gonna go ahead and move to all the other wheels. They should take considerably less time, and then we're gonna move to power steering. I'll show you guys this real quick. Look how fucking disgusting that is. That's our first bottle that we've pulled out, so we should be getting pretty close to clear fluid. You can kind of see it starting to separate, but yeah. All right, guys, we're on the last break. front driver. We've gotten quite a bit of nasty shit out. This ain't gonna take but like 10 seconds because it's so close. But after that, we'll button everything up, and I'm gonna make sure we can actually stop. Hey guys, we're done. So I used about 64 ounces of brake fluid to flush everything. That was including everything that was in the reservoir. We're just gonna crack this open, probably from here first, so we can alleviate the pressure. If I can. Only got 10 pounds, but okay, pressure's been alleviated. Go ahead and pop this open. And we're just underneath the max line, so it's perfect. I'm gonna top it off. And we'll check the brakes, make sure everything's fine. And then we'll move on to the power steering. All right, we're gonna get started on the power steering and pop this thing open. Pretty gross. To be honest with you, grab a little something. I'm gonna pour a whole lot in here. I mean, look how clear this is supposed to be. I mean, pretty fucking big difference. Get enough in the reservoir, move the steering a bunch, get it cycling through, and then we'll do this again until it's clean. Probably end up doing this again, my next oil change, just to make sure, it's nice and clean. But let's see where our level's at. It's probably over full right now. We have good brakes. It's a good thing. I'm gonna siphon more of this power steering fluid out and keep doing the same thing until some more dirty fluid. Okay, so we filled and unfilled the reservoir about 6 times. It's starting to become a little bit more clear. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my differential oil now, just to give my starter a little bit of a break, because I'm turning it on and off because I don't want to run the pump I said, I'd rather not have bigger problems. So we're gonna start on the rear diff. Okay, I've only got the one transfer pump, so I just swapped the tubes out. I don't really want to accidentally get gear oil in my power steering. That would not be fun, so we're just gonna pop this loose here. We're just gonna pop this loose here, or we won't. Holy mother. This thing is on there. So you can see a little bit of buildup. Really not sure if this has ever been replaced. So I mean, that much buildup is not that much room for concern. This looks like it's been on here for a while, so I don't know. Rear end's never made any noises, so. Oh, I love the smell of the gear oil. It smells so good. I've seen better. It's all good though. That's why we bought more brake clean. This should take about 3 quarts, if not a little more. We'll see. I just suspect that it will. Yeah, I think it's full. It's kind of hard to see. It would appear that we're full. Okay. Check real quick. Yeah. We are good. Rear diff fluid changed. Okay, so we've got brake fluid done. I'm gonna do one more pass with power steering and then I'm gonna call it good. Rear diff is done. After I do this one pass through with the power steering, we're going to drain oil. While that's draining, we're gonna let the transmission fluid drain as well. So knock two things out at once, and then once all that stuff's buttoned up, then we'll do the front diff. So let me go start it up and jiggle jiggle. Getting pretty clear. A lot of this is going to be residual, so. Wow. We love making messes, don't we? Yeah, it's cleared up quite a bit. It's less black. It's not gonna look perfect because I'm not like properly flushing this. I'm just flushing bits. So it won't be perfect. It'll just look significantly better than it did. How much should I spill? If it got everywhere, I'm gonna be pissed. Love power steering fluid all over what looks like a fucking computer. And the computer will be well lubricated. Didn't leak that much though, so should be fine. Oh, this fucking battery's so gross. What's the date on this? I want to see a fucking date. (2022). Motherfucker's 4 years old. Starts ready to fuck up though. Alright, let's top it off. This will be about, I don't know, 50 ounces of flushing, so roughly, give or take. And lo and behold, made my little squeak go away. I figured it would after seeing the color of the original fluid. So that's good. No more annoying fucking squeal. I mean, squeal or not, it was gonna get done, so. All right, we're gonna move on to oil and transmission. And once that's done, we'll do the front diff. And then should be done, other than like cleaning stuff I'm gonna be doing, so let's get started on it. Okay, oil's draining now. Go ahead. This loose. Kind of thinking this has never been changed. Just got a sneaking suspicion, you know. You know, it doesn't even look that bad. Maybe it has been changed. I don't know. Hard to tell. Let that drain. Got 3 gallons. Should be enough. I'm gonna change the internal filter on it too. So I hope it's enough. And this is a reusable pan gasket. They swear by it. So, I mean, if it starts leaking, it starts leaking, but everyone swears that these are reusable. So I'm not too worried about it. As long as I don't gum it up, you know. Taking it out shouldn't be much of a problem. Main reason I want to change the internal filter, even though people swear, or well, at least Allison says that you don't even need to change the internal filter on this. I'm gonna do it for caution. I mean, it's not gonna hurt. You know, the arguments can be had that it doesn't need it or yada yada yada. That's fine. I'm gonna do it. So that way I know it's done. Alright. I'm just gonna plug that sucker up. Clean it off real good. Just gonna cinch it up. I don't want it leaking on the floor. Had that with a Cummins that I flipped, and it had a slipping transmission. The front gear band on it was cooked, so I dropped the pan, dropped the valve body, cut the old band off, and put a slip-on band on, and shifted like fucking new. So. Alright, this motherfucking filter is huge. I'm gonna go fill the truck up with oil. Let's check for leaks. Can't wait to hear a typewriter. Alright, we got the pan off. Cleaned it out. Make sure you guys clean that little matte black square magnet there. Also, there's an O-ring that holds in the internal filter. That did not come out for me. Make sure you pull that out. There's a little O-ring that sits in the tube for the filter. Did not come out for me. So make sure you take that out, otherwise it won't seat properly. My gasket looks fine, thankfully. So, going to just do a little bit of cleaning up here, and then put the pan back in and fill it back up. Alright, pan's back on. Nothing really out of the ordinary. A little bit of metal, normal wear on the magnet on the inside. The O-ring that held the old filter in was stuck in, so I took a pick and got it out. Other than that, it was fairly clean. So, was it necessary? I don't know. Still not gonna hurt to do it though. Okay, torque spec is 15 foot-pounds. Motherfucker. Get these all torqued up. This looks like it's been on here for a while. And it shows. I believe there's also a little magnet here as well. Kind of like an extra little layer of protection. Okay. Let's put that here. It's been on here for a while because there's some shed on it, so, or at least it hasn't been changed in a while. Okay, so we measured. We lost about 10 quarts, so we're gonna put 10 quarts back in it. Then we're gonna button it up and go for a test drive. Truck's running good. No real issues. Thought I saw a leak on the trans band, but it was just residual, so we're all good there. Shift's great. The steering is really nice, actually. Feels good. I mean, everything went well, so. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. Everything went well. There's no real major drawbacks that I can see so far. Now I gotta clean up my mess, so. If you made it this far in the video, thank you again, and I will see you in the next one.